Turn that on. Sweet. So this will be me little objection handling. So any objections y'all getting, feel free to spit them off, and I'll help you handle them.
We can start now.
Yeah, go ahead. Yep.
Okay. Um, hey Tuck, this stuff is awesome. I totally want to get it, but just right now it's a lot going on. So let me give you a call back like next week.
Okay, for sure. Um, totally understand. I know you probably didn't, you know, wake up looking to buy any knives, right? But just curious. I just want to make sure I'm hearing you right. Um, you would get it, right? You like what I'm showing you. The only thing holding you back is that it's just not next week.
Yeah, pretty much because I get paid next week, and we just took care of bills and everything, and then my daughter had a dance recital that we just had to pay for. So
Okay, gotcha. Um, so, and so if it was literally next week, you would buy it, right?
totally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. Well, what we could actually do for you is if basically we can just write up the order today. That way you get the deal and the savings I was talking about, but then we can just process it for you next week when your check goes through or what have you.
Um. Okay. Cool.
Sweet. Just got the better handwriting. That's how I'd handle that one. What's up, David?
Awesome. A quick question with that though. So like, okay, you obviously handled the objection. So like, honestly, I thought that you were gonna pretty much just give a better deal instead of actually going through with, like writing it up beforehand or basically like agreeing to like a promise order.
So at that point, if I have it all written up, card and everything, it's not really a promise order, it's a post dated order. If you don't have
Mhm.
the card, it's a promise order,
Mhm.
and those aren't going to go through, right? If I have the
Right.
card, there's a very high chance it will go through. Now the thing is, what you just said is the problem with what most newer reps are doing, and the problem is they're not listening to what they're saying, because you said given a better deal. The issue wasn't the deal. The issue is that's
Right.
why I asked, okay, I just want to make sure I'm hearing you right. The only thing stopping you is that it's not next week. Yep.
Right.
So if I have
Mhm.
confirmation on that, it just means that it'll go through next week, right? Now, if you would have been like, well, it said something else, then I would have known that was a smoke screen, and then I would have
Yeah.
handled that objection, right?
Mhm.
Because I could give a better deal all day long, but if you say I don't have any money, it doesn't make a difference, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, because I yeah, like me and Josh were talking about it recently. Like we've seen like a bunch of new reps, they don't actually handle the objection, they just give a deal, which
Mhm.
doesn't really help you. It actually hurts
Right.
you because then they'll just
Yeah.
walk. They'll just walk, and you already blew your ammo.
Yeah.
Does that
Okay.
help?
That helped a ton, and that was really cool to experience, you actually handle it that way as opposed to, like I just stated, just giving a better deal.
Mhm. What else you get? All right, let's let's do it again. So give me the same objection, but then have a true different objection, right?
Okay, I was thinking about doing that the first time, but I just wanted to keep it simple. Um, so hey Tuck, I totally want to get it. This sounds like some really good stuff. I love the guarantee and everything, but just right now it's not the best time. My husband just got the patio renewed, so let's do it next week.
Okay, yeah, for sure, no worries. Um, totally understand. I know probably didn't wake up looking to buy knives. It sounds like I'm not the only expensive thing you got on the list here. Now, question for you though, I just want to make sure I'm hearing you correct. Is the only thing that it holding you back from getting it is that it's just not next week?
Well, outside of that, we're honestly like weren't really like looking to like get new knives specifically right now
Hmm.
because we, still have stuff from our wedding like 5 years ago that we haven't opened. So yeah.
For sure. Okay. Well, I got you. Then, well, let me ask: is this something that you could see yourself doing at some point, or is this just like just kind of kind of cool to see, but you're not really interested, or are you actually interested in getting some good knives?
I mean, yeah, eventually we are interested in getting good knives because the ones we have, they're pretty good so far, but as you know, knives go dull. So yeah, somewhere down the line.
Uh huh. Gotcha. I mean, are you open to finding a solution that might work with you getting some Cutco now, or is this something that probably just going to hold off on?
I think we're probably, just gonna hold off on it. Like I just said, we have a lot going on and we still have stuff that, we have from our wedding that's working pretty fine so far.
Okay. And if you're at the booth, I just let you walk because it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I'm just going
right.
to be on to the next person.
Yeah, cool, cool.
But I would like just to backtrack. I probably would have like me. I would have figured that out. Majority of the time, would have figured that out before we even got that far
Mhm. Yeah,
from the questions that I asked initially.
cool, cool, cool. This is definitely showing me like just how to really slow down and pay attention to everything that they're saying
Yep.
instead of doing like selective hearing because I feel like I still do that on my demos. Like, okay, hear the stuff that I've been trained to handle instead of actually listening to everything that they're saying.
I mean, a demo is a little bit different because you're already
Hmm.
there. So
Yeah,
I try to sell something, but if I'm at an event, it's I have so many people to talk to in
right.
X amount
Yeah.
of time. I'm not going to
Hmm.
spend time on that client.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hmm.
Ne- who next one? Next one. David, just to catch you up, basically, just throw out any objection to me and I'll handle them.
Sweet. What's up,
Yeah,
buddy?
buddy. What's up, brother?
I'm probably just gonna be listening because my brain is a little fried as I just took like a long 6 hour test today. And I
Oh, that
have
was
a few
today.
hours
Nice.
tomorrow. So yeah, I just figured I'll pop in, see
Hey,
what's going on.
hey, we appreciate you. Beard's looking good too.
Oh, thank you. Need to get
Oh,
trimmed. Gotta set up for next week, but we'll yeah. You guys can
gotcha.
carry on, carry on.
Steph, Jacquees, what y'all got?
I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect. This is my first call, and I'm kind of listening at some points because I was in a car accident and I'm at the doctor.
Oh,
But I
so,
didn't know what the call was for, so I was like, "Well, I want to jump on." That's why I like went black again.
gotcha. Well,
So
hope you're all right. First off, kind
it
of.
was a couple days ago, but yeah, I was doing some
Gotcha.
imaging. Anyway, so I was like, I don't know what to expect with the call, and then like the doctor came in right as I was like, oh, I didn't even tell him yet. So sorry.
No worries. Basically, I don't know if you probably missed it when the doctor came in, but I'm just kind of, this calls on objections. So any objections that you have gotten frequently or maybe you have trouble with or anything like that, feel free to throw them at me and I'll handle them for you.
Okay.
And if you don't have any off the top of your head, that's fine. I'll give you some, think about it, right?
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Jacquees, I'm sure you got another one, right?
Yeah, I have. I'll give you the last one I just got. So I was seeing this lady, Super Builder, and she wanted the ulti. So basically, her objection was hey, if I had to pick between these three sets, I would definitely get the OT. But right now I'm getting ready to go out of town, so let's do it next week. So I attempted to drop down. No, I don't want to see anything else. I know for sure I'm going to get this. Let's do it next week.
Well, then next week I would just roll back to the way I handled it before then. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Okay.
Well, let me ask, with her saying that she was going out of town, is that like did you, so it was more of a money thing at that point then, do you think? Or what do you mean?
Yeah, I think it was a money thing because when I was talking to Bass about it, he was saying like, yeah, that sounds like a money thing. So to just drop down, but like she wasn't open to dropping down.
Hmm. Okay, cool. So then that the way I handle it. All right, sweet. So if you're gonna do a set, it would definitely be this one.
Yes.
And just to confirm, you'd use everything in here, right?
Yeah, I'll use everything. I cook a ton. This will definitely be helpful.
Okay. And then is it more of or excuse me, if you really wanted to, could you swing the 650 in the budget today? Or is that pushing the envelope a little bit?
Mm, it's pushing just a little bit.
Okay. Um, gotcha. So let me ask you this. Because if you said just a little bit, I would say I know you want to. I know you said you want to get it next week because of traveling and everything. But I'll be honest. I've been doing this a long time, and I've only ever had two people call me back to order later. You know who those two were?
Cool.
Jesus and the Terminator. The only two people who come back. I'm just joking. Um, but like in all seriousness, I know knives aren't everyone's priority, right? But I mean, if I were to do something a little extra special for you, like out of my pocket, just to, maybe incentivize you to do it today, do you think you might go for it?
um, I'm open to seeing what you can do.
Okay. And then, sure well, yeah, I'm sure the funds close from there, but basically, if you want a little bit extra price or a little bit off the price, a little bit extra.
Oh, are you asking?
I was saying it, but I was kind of asking too. I mean,
Yeah.
let me just do the full golf swing, give it to you how I'd say it. Okay, so there's two things I could do, right? Cutco sets all the prices. Um, so I obviously can't change the price of Cutco, but what I can do is I can take a little hit out of my commission and bring it down lower for you, just a little bit, not a ton, or I give you a little bit of extra bells and whistles on top of the set. So would you rather get like extra free stuff or a little bit better deal?
Um, Probably a little bit better deal.
All right, can I give you a tip?
Sure.
So in sales, don't care what you're buying, if it's knives, hot tubs, whatever. The right answer, the salesman ever asks you free stuff or discounts, is both, right? So let me rewind. I'll literally like do that. I'm like, so did you want the better deal or the better price or the more free stuff?
Both.
Oh, we got a quick learner. Hey, high five. So here's what I can do. Lower price. And then, on top of that, if you had to pick out two of these gadgets, hold them up, which two would you pick?
Gadgets.
Well, I'm saying which two. Yeah, so you pick two,
Oh, yeah.
and then I'll explain. And then when they pick two, you just explain the two that they pick. There's no need to explain the other three. Just explain those two, rebuild value, and then close that way.
Okay. Cool.
Now, if you said it was a lot too much, what I would say, okay, no worries. Um, Let me ask you: are you open to to finding a solution that works for your budget and cooking style of the day?
Um, Yeah.
right? Because what's great is, see, most people think that you have to buy this big set here. But what's great is Cutco actually has what's called our upgrade program, and I'll like point to the brochure where they don't actually penalize you if you start off with something smaller. So say we actually got you this basic set today. What's great about that is you still get, da 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 da. And then down the road, when you have the extra cash, or you want the rest of the pieces, you can literally we literally have a program designed for that. Where that way you don't have to buy a whole new set just to get those few pieces. Um, and then I'll go into the set and close that way. But that's the way to build up a smaller option for somebody who is like, oh no, I have to get where it's like, okay, yeah, and then like logically, right? You're not driving your dream car, are you? No,
Right.
but you're still driving a car,
Yeah.
right? You're not, or you own a coat, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a whole wardrobe, but you still have a coat,
Right.
right? It's like you don't have to get every single thing, or Ms. Jones, I'm sure we'd agree that a couple good knives is better than a whole set of junk or a whole drawer full of junk, right? Any of those things can be added in there to help with dropping down. But I like to let them know that, hey, yeah, you can start off small and we don't penalize you to add on later. And then if they're still like, oh, no, then that's still a smokescreen, because it's like, well, that just doesn't make sense. If I literally told you there's no difference in price, that like you're still gonna get a good deal either way, you're gonna have good knives, and there's something else there.
Yeah.
So when you go to that point, do you start them with like in a builder set, like with the like signature ultimate block with the other pieces, or do you just start full homemaker? What would you do in that situation, this
Uh,
customer?
I don't have all the details to what you were saying, but it just depends. I would show, because I have a sheet that shows the ultimate signature and homemaker, right? So I would drop to signature next, and then I would drop to homemaker. And you can, when I'm in front of them, I can kind of gauge where they're at, kind of thing.
Awesome. Yeah, I haven't, well, I was supposed to do training this weekend, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to make the drive down. So I'm like, this is all new. I don't know. I just have done mostly virtual. So
Gotcha. Welcome to the physical world.
thanks.
Oh yeah. Yes, ma'am. Any other objections we got?
So how quickly do you move? And I'm sure I'll get this after I'm doing the training, but how quickly do you move on if a customer is just like, maybe, oh, it's too much. No, I don't know.
Like move on to the next
how,
person?
yeah, like, is there usually like a line of people or?
Every show is different in that regard, like as far as like a line of people go. So that part varies, like with the line, I guess. But as far as like, I mean, I've gotten to a point where I can tell, for the most part, fairly quickly if the person in front of me is like worth like pitching, right? When you're new, you're probably not going to understand that yet,
Yeah,
but practice is going to make perfect. The more you do it, the better you'll be able to get there.
each those, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good. Good point.
Efficiency comes with experience.
Definitely. So if you're in at an event and it's like not very busy, do you take a little bit more time with that particular customer if they need it then? It's
Yeah,
kind of that gauging thing.
yeah. If I'm at a show and it's slow, I might spend more time on certain interactions for sure.
Mm,
And then that does allow you to build up interactions as well, too, right?
yeah, cool. That'll be good. And I'm sure, I mean, hopefully, I don't know, all my sales will improve, not just like the new event
yeah.
stuff after I do it, but just
Yeah,
able to read numbers a little better.
your other like demos and stuff will become quicker and it'll be a lot better.
Well, it's good. Sometimes mine are too long. I think I over explain things sometimes because I like to have all the details. So
All
I
right,
gotta.
that's most newer people, so you're fine.
Oh, that's good.
Totally
Good
normal.
company.
Totally normal.
That's good. When you get leads at an event, like, right, you get leads at events too, right? If they're friends.
Yep.
Do you try to qualify them right then, or do you just take the names?
I've done both, and I qualify more now. It's because not to be whatever, but I need to be more efficient with my time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like I qualify super hard. It's just like, hey, just so you know, this is how the service call works. Come out, sharpen up everything. If anything's like $2 broken, we'll send it in, fix, replace it. And then after that, I'll just kind of show you what's new. So if you see something you like, we'll cut you a good deal. And then if they're like, all right, sounds good, which most people do, good to go. But if they're like, oh, I don't want to buy anything, don't try to sell me it. And I'm like, well, I don't have to buy anything, but just so you know, I don't get paid to sharpen. So we just ask that you're open to adding on the collection. If that's cool with you, we can set up a time. If not, then probably the best thing to do is send them in. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just straight up with them because it's like, I don't want to go out and waste my time, and they don't want me trying to sell them something. So,
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do. So, Jacques, because you're looking for a win-win out the deal, not a lose-win or a win-lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of fun. I mean, we get to help them. It's like your personal shopper and find out what's good for you, and it's exciting stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and most people, like I said, most people are cool. So.
What?
I said most people are really cool. So.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I don't know. I'm not thinking on my feet of like, oh, what else should I ask? So are these calls just mostly you just like teach us cool stuff like that? Like just here's how I handle objections, or here's how I handle this.
Yeah, I mean, basically, yeah, it's me, teaching. This one was a little bit different because I kind of wanted it to be all like me handling, like question based, but there's somewhere I'm just explaining like in a normal talk format. So it just depends. On the YouTube channel, you can see kind of the history of some of the previous talks and everything there. So.
Okay, cool.
Yes, man.
That makes sense. Okay, I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be less interactive. That's why I was like, oh, hi.
Yeah, the one you weren't ready for. We're gonna make sure to put you on the spot.
Yeah, for sure.
No worries.
So how long have you been with Gutco or Vector?
5 years.
5 years? That's awesome.
Yes, ma'am. It's been great.
Awesome.
Get to say I cut deals for a living.
Cut deals for a living? Awesome.
Yeah, feel free
I
to
cut my
steal
thumb.
Happens to the best.
Don't try to beat. Huh?
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I'm like official now, right? Just cut the tip of my thumb off. I was like, well, I should have been paying more attention. That vegetable knife is sharp.
Got it. And you're in Montana, Wyoming. Where'd you say you're at?
Idaho, yeah.
Idaho. There you go.
Yeah. Close. One of those like empty places.
It's where the potatoes come from.
Yes. Yeah. All the potatoes. And where are you at?
Chicago.
That's cool.
Yeah, can be.
Hi.
So yeah, can be.
I mean, I've never been, but it sounds cool.
Oh yeah.
So one day, right? Some event.
Oh yeah.
Start to do more.
Sure, they'll get you out here for a conference or something.
It'd be super cool. So this is like our whole region's like events team is on.
Not the
I don't
whole
know.
region, but 7 of the divisions. I think there's 4 or 5 that aren't part of the events team, but
Oh, okay.
7 of them. Yep.
But still, that's pretty cool.
Oh, and just quick question. You could ask me any more questions, but just so I can cut the recording. Any other objection related questions?
I kind of had the same one as Jacques, I think.
Mhm.
As far as they're like, oh well, I mean, I just don't have it this week, and I'm like, oh well, try to jot down. So you kind of answered that one already. But
Okay.
I've had that where they're like, so I think I still just need to practice the correct objections or like getting past any of the smoke screen ones. But
Sure.
yeah, I wasn't sure what to do with that one. Where like, okay, you want me to call you back next week? But
Gotcha. Cool.
I don't think I have any more. Sorry.
No worries. I'll just stop.